Mel Blount's youth home. That's where we've learned of a serious ATV accident. News Chopper 2 was over the scene just a short time ago, and KDKA's Brenda Waters is live on the telephone with more. Brenda, good afternoon. Have you been able to find out any new information?
Hi, Kimberly. Quite a bit of information from Mel Blount's wife, Tianda. Now, there was an accident here, as you said, on the property of the Mel Blount youth home. It happened this morning as one of the farm workers on the 300 acres here rolled over the ATV that he was riding. His name has not been released. The worker is 19 years old, and he has worked here for about 2 months. Now, according to Tianda, he was feeding cows this morning, and the ground gave way under the ATV that he was on. It rolled in a ravine, landing on top of the 19-year-old. Firefighters said it took them about an hour to get him out of that ravine. Now, Mel Blount's wife, Tianda, talks about the victim.
Really nice young man, has been working here, and Mel tries to give the young men here in the community an opportunity to work. And, unfortunately, it was just an accident that happened.
Tianda wanted to emphasize that this was not one of the youth here on the property. It was not one of the residents. This was a worker. And this worker did not come in contact with any of the residents here. This was a farm worker who had a horrible accident. He was flown to UPMC Presby. Live on the phone in Claysville, Washington County, Brenda Waters, KDKA TV News.
Okay, Brenda, thank you for that update. Trouble in an already crowded downtown when a grease fire broke out. This happened on the second floor of Tavern 245 on 4th Avenue. That's where KDKA's Ross Gadani has more on the damage and a serious equipment failure.
The fire broke out at about 9 o'clock this morning, and according to investigators, it spread quickly, mainly because a very important piece of fire extinguishing equipment inside the restaurant was inoperable.
We were just coming in for everyday routine, just prep work, turn everything on.
But within seconds, employees at Tavern 245 on 4th Avenue found themselves dealing with a lot more than just the daily grind.
The fire started smoking, and I went downstairs to get some potatoes. I come up, my kitchen manager's like, "Where's the fire extinguisher? You got a fire extinguisher?" I'm like, "No, why?" I turn around, I see fire in the kitchen. We tried squirting out the fire extinguisher, it just kept getting bigger, so we pulled everything and we had to bail out.
As employees ran out, firefighters ran in.
Basically, it was a grease fire was the ignition source, and the fire got into the roof along the ductwork. In the roof area, we had to do a lot of cutting and digging up there.
The fire was put down within an hour of the initial call, but it didn't take long for investigators to figure out just what went wrong.
The Ansol kitchen fire extinguisher system, its purpose is to activate when there is a fire in a grease pit. There's a grease area, cooking area. It's heat activated. It was out of service here. Did not operate as it was supposed to. And at this point, we're going to cite them on that.
The restaurant suffered significant smoke and water damage. The hobby shop below and its thousands of dollars in rare and collectible comic books was soaked.
For now, both the hobby shop and the restaurant remain closed as a result of the damage from both the fire and the water. Downtown Ross Gadani, KDKA TV News.
Ross, thank you. Also new at noon, the FBI has just released surveillance photos from a recent bank robbery in Washington County. The FBI wants to find the man who pulled out a gun and robbed the PNC Bank on Wilson Road in Bentleyville late last month. He's in his 20s or 30s with a beard and mustache, thin to medium build, and stands about 5 foot 10 inches tall. PNC Bank has put up a $10,000 reward for anyone who helps police capture the man. A massive manhunt took place in Oakland for a man who had broken into a home. The burglary took place around 8 last night on Niagara Street, and officers quickly covered the area. Police searched by land and air, calling in police dogs and a police helicopter. They eventually nabbed the suspect around midnight near Kennett Square. He's now in the Allegheny County Jail. Pittsburgh police need your help finding a pair of purse snatchers. After the purse snatching, police say the suspects used the woman's credit card at the Home Depot in East Liberty. Surveillance cameras snapped their pictures here. Police say they took the purse from a woman in Squirrel Hill along Hobart Street. One guy had a knife. If you recognize them, please call police. Drivers had trouble traveling through parts of the North Hills today where a large section of Perry Highway caved in. KDKA's Sarah Arbogast has more from Westfield.
Work here along Perry Highway in Westview is pretty much at a standstill right now. Crews are waiting for the gas company to show up and shut off the gas in this area. Then they'll move into the sinkhole to begin making repairs. Patching up the roadway will not be easy considering the size of this sinkhole. It's 15 feet long, about 10 feet wide, and more than 20 feet deep, large enough to easily swallow a car. News Chopper 2 was up over the sinkhole just minutes after it opened up yesterday afternoon. From the air, you get a good sense of just how massive the hole really is.
Started out probably about pot-sized hole, and I walked up to the school up there and then back down, and it was the size of a car. Just kept rolling in.
Just last week, crews repaired a sewer line in the spot where the street crumbled. Officials with the Westview Water Authority say they think yesterday's heavy rains washed out the backfill, causing the ground to give way. Crews plan to bring in larger equipment and dig deeper into the hole, making sure there are no voids before they backfill again. While the work takes place, some businesses nearby are taking a hit. This Dunkin' Donuts sits right across the street from the sinkhole. There's not been a steady stream of customers like usual.
They think that we might be closed because the majority of the street is closed, or that our parking lot itself might be under construction because there's a lot of heavy equipment parked in our lot.
As far as when this road will reopen, officials with the Westview Water Authority are hoping for tomorrow. They say it's possible crews fill the sinkhole today and then repave tomorrow. In Westview, Sarah Arbogast, KDKA TV News.
Okay, Sarah, thank you. We have new details about a deadly shooting in Reserve Township. The man accused of shooting and killing a young mother has died. The medical examiner's office says 24-year-old Nicholas Starr of the Highland Park area died overnight. He's accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, 25-year-old Alicia Virtue, in her home on Spring Garden Road. Her family found her in the bathroom with the shower running. Starr was leaning against the bathroom door with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Virtue has a 2-year-old son. He is now with his biological father. Let's switch gears a moment and get you caught up on your forecast. John Burnett is here with that. It's a beautiful day out there. Nice bright sunshine, and it feels a lot warmer than what our temperature on the screen says, 64 degrees.
Well, that hasn't updated yet. My apologies, Kim. It is warmer. It's 70 right now. We're already up into the 70s around most of the region. On our way close to 80 degrees today, and we'll get even closer. In fact, we'll top 80 tomorrow. And then by Friday, the first day of summer, you're going to know that the summer season has rolled into town. Take a look right now at what's going on Viper Radar. It's kind of amazing, actually, to think that here we are in mid to late June, and there are no showers within 500 or 600 miles in all directions. You got to go to Oklahoma City or out into central parts of South Dakota or down to the Outer Banks, off the coast even of North Carolina, to find any showers at all. Nothing happening here in the Mid-Atlantic or the Northeast. 70 degrees right now at Pittsburgh International with a mostly sunny sky. It has just been a strikingly gorgeous day all day and will remain so, with a high of 77 or 8 and partly to mostly sunny conditions. Another great day tomorrow and Friday and the weekend, but there is a fly in the ointment or two over the weekend. I'll talk about that with you in my full 5-day forecast coming up.
Okay, JB, we'll be looking forward to it. Thank you. Coming up, new developments in the search for Jimmy Hoffa, and it looks like the mystery isn't over yet. Also ahead, a mother and child held captive in Ohio. The FBI says it happened, but one woman says there's no way it's true.
Before the weather heats up, make sure your home is ready to cool down safely. Get an AC startup check for just $19.95.
It was something I just never wanted to think about. Nobody does. But when Mom passed away last year, it finally hit home. Emotionally, it was a lot to deal with. But the one thing we didn't have to deal with was her funeral arrangements, because Mom had taken care of all of that herself. And it made me realize it was something I needed to do too. It's important for peace of mind. The people at Devlin's made it so simple and easy. It's something their family's been doing since 1918.
Tired of calls, levies, and liens from the IRS, or hiring others who don't get the job done? Call Wall & Associates and you'll never talk to the IRS again. We have the professionals who know how to solve tax problems. If you owe money to the IRS, your tax problems are not going away by themselves. Call Wall & Associates right now to speak with a professional tax relief agent.
Call Wall & Associates at the number below to speak to a professional tax relief agent.
Lightning can cause damaging power surges. Protect your valuable electronics with the Surge Protector for only $199.
The first choice for stair lifts? 101 Mobility. Locally owned and operated, 101 Mobility offers fast, reliable service and a free in-home evaluation. Call 412-267-7966 or go to pittsburgh.101mobility.com.
Ogilvy Resort's Great Escape. 3 days, 2 nights for a family of 4, just $389. Easy, affordable, and perfect for the entire family. 1 hour from Pittsburgh.
The KDKA Sports Report is brought to you by Allegheny Sports Medicine.
Wet weather can cause drain and sewer problems. Clear your drains with Gillies Clog Crusher for just $99.
CSI, tonight at 10, followed by KDKA TV News at 11.
Developing news in the search for Jimmy Hoffa. It appears to be another dead end. The FBI has been searching for 2 days on a farm outside Detroit. They did find a slab of concrete where the old barn once stood, but underneath it, no signs of the former Teamsters Union president. The FBI started the dig after a tip from a former mobster. There's trouble this afternoon over U.S. talks with the Taliban and a rocket attack that killed 4 U.S. soldiers. Militants fired 2 rockets into the Bagram Air Base late Tuesday when the base had come under fire. The military hasn't identified the 4 soldiers, but the Defense Department says the Taliban has claimed responsibility. You're looking at video right now from Doha, Qatar, where the Taliban just opened an office and announced it was in discussions with the U.S. to end the violence. Those talks are not sitting well with Afghan President Hamid Karzai. He immediately suspended security talks with the U.S. Some promising medical news from researchers at UCLA this afternoon treating strokes. A new study finds that rapid drug treatment to help dissolve a blood clot can reduce your chances of dying in the hospital. Another positive discovery, it can also increase the chances of walking independently when stroke patients leave the hospital. Up next, a young child killed, and police say it's because of her brother's wrestling moves. We'll be right back.
You're not getting the most out of your smartphone and tablets. These things are meant to be so much more fun. Just by adding something like speakers, you can get a lot more out of them. But what speakers are the best for your devices? Consumer Reports, today at 5.
I'm Cindy Berger of Berger & Green. If you can't work because of serious physical or mental problems, we can help you collect the money and benefits you may have coming. Call us today, 1-800-999-2626. The law may entitle you to monthly checks, a cash settlement, and other benefits. We can even help you apply. Even if Social Security has denied a claim or rejected you, call us today.
Berger & Green. Trust, experience, hard work.
When we invest in our home, it has to be money well spent. When it came time to tackle the bathroom, we chose Bathfitter. It was a much better value than traditional remodeling, and they got the job done in 1 day with no mess and no hassle. 2 years later, our bathroom still looks brand new. If it says Bathfitter, you know you're getting a first-rate product and a smart investment for your home.
Bathfitter, people you enjoy dealing with and a company you can trust.
Wine time at the Colony, June 22nd. Wine tasting on the grounds of Penn's Colony.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks. I love you. Thank you.
Typical reactions when people hear how much Treasure Hunt pays them for their gold, silver, jewelry, and coins.
Thank you.
Can I hug you?
No one pays you more or treats you better than Treasure Hunt. Get used to getting more.
Come on, you gotta hug me.
I have 2 healthy boys. That's everything.
We knew from a prior ultrasound that she had twin-twin transfusion syndrome. If left untreated, loss of both twins is virtually 100%.
The best option was the laser surgery. There is no way to ever express my gratitude towards UPMC. How do I thank you for my son's lives? I can't.
Hear more stories or share your own at upmc.com/stories. At the heart of all we do is you. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill. If you've noticed the calorie count missing from Starbucks menus, they're about to get a makeover. Here's one item that may surprise you. A simple blueberry scone is 460 calories. The chain will start adding the calorie info to its menu boards across Pittsburgh and the rest of the country starting June 25th. Lots of questions this afternoon surrounding a Patriots football player in a homicide investigation. Police were seen going in and out of New England tight end Aaron Hernandez's home in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. So far, investigators won't say what they're looking for specifically, but Sports Illustrated is reporting that an SUV rented in Hernandez's name may be linked to a homicide. We should note that Sports Illustrated is also saying Hernandez himself is not a suspect in the murder case. To Louisiana now, outside New Orleans, where a 5-year-old girl is dead, and the sheriff's office says it's because her half-brother did wrestling moves on her. It happened inside an apartment. The Jefferson Parish sheriff there says the brother told investigators about the wrestling moves he did.
Slammed on the bed, slammed over his knee, elbowed, and things of that nature, and pounded upon, suffered significant internal injuries.
Well, the brother still has to go before a juvenile court judge, but he is charged with second-degree murder. The FBI is calling it an example of modern-day slavery, and once again, it's a shocking story from Ohio. The criminal complaint tells the horrifying story of a mentally disabled mother and her child held captive for over a year. Ed Payne has the story.
This home looks ordinary from the outside, but inside, federal investigators say a woman and her daughter were treated like modern-day slaves.
These victims were repeatedly exposed to subhuman living conditions, such as frequently being denied meals, access to bathroom visits. They were physically punished for toiletry accidents, and they were threatened not only with weapons, but also with vicious animals, to include pit bulls and pythons.
Authorities accused Jordy Callahan, Jessica Hunt, and Daniel Brown of forcing the mother and daughter to do manual labor while they collected the woman's benefits. Callahan is facing an additional charge of witness tampering. His mother says the allegations against her son are untrue.
He's devastated that all this is being said about them. You know, and then they're making it like, okay, they have some pit bulls and snakes, so they're making them out to be evil.
This case came to the attention of local police in October of 2012 after the alleged victim was caught stealing candy from a local store. Police suspected there were other issues. After gathering evidence, they called the FBI. Prosecutors praised the police for their efforts, but say authorities need help to stop such crimes.
All of us in the Northern District of Ohio need to work on being better neighbors. We need to ask questions, hard questions, when we see something that doesn't look right.
I'm Ed Payne reporting.
Well, the alleged victim in this case, she did serve time on a state welfare charge, but was released in February. We're told her daughter is currently in foster care. In a strange coincidence, this case isn't the most shocking from Ohio. A little more than a month ago, 3 women were rescued from a Cleveland home where they'd been held against their will for more than a decade. The suspect in that case, Ariel Castro, is currently awaiting trial for kidnapping and rape charges.
Let's check on our WeatherBug network and see some sweet shots as we head to Arnold there in western Westmoreland County at Valley Middle School. Watch how the day transpired. It's just been gorgeous start to finish. A few puffy fair weather cumulus clouds for a moment or two, and then boom, clearing out again. 70 degrees is the current temperature there in Arnold, with winds out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour. Humidity and dew point levels comfortably low. And look at this live shot from Saxonburg. Come on. Is there any better weather in the country? Light breezes, clear skies, low humidity, temperatures in the 70s. Saints be praised. Hey, look at that. Bridgeport's already up to 76 degrees. They are our hot spot on the other end. We've got Champion on the mountain near Seven Springs at 63. Everybody else is in between and doing just fine, including Pittsburgh International sitting on 70 right now, with mostly sunny skies, 45% the humidity level, the dew point's under 50 degrees. Anytime that happens, the air becomes very dry. You don't notice it. There's no humidity. It's just perfect stuff. And northeasterly breezes at 9 don't hurt. And the fact that our barometric pressure is on the rise, that doesn't hurt things one little bit either. That helps to clear our skies, actually. Rising barometric pressure Pressure will do that. It causes descending air, and with descending air, you can't get the formation of clouds, so you end up with this. How sweet it is, too, huh? All day today, tomorrow, too, and even into Friday, the first day of summer. Now, by then, this high-pressure dome will have shifted slightly to the east, and will start to slowly get a more southerly flow, and we'll feel a little more heat and humidity on Friday, and then a whole lot more of both on Saturday and Sunday, and maybe a few storms as well as we head into the weekend, but they'll be widely scattered. I think most of us will get through the weekend rain-free, but do be prepared for one or two spotty showers as we head into Saturday afternoon and evening. Nothing going on till then. Warm, pleasant. Humidity levels do creep up by Saturday and Sunday, but until then, some of the best weather in the country right here in KD country. 77 degrees today with partly to mostly sunny skies. 81 tomorrow, mostly sunny. Still mostly sunny on Friday. Still relatively comfortable in terms of humidity levels, but by Saturday and Sunday, Kim, we will know it's the first weekend of summer. It's going to be a little muggy around here, and at times, from time to time, stormy, although we're only talking about a 20% chance, so not a washout by any means. You know, you have to put the graphic on there because there will be a couple of popcorn variety showers and storms. But as I said, I think most of us get through the whole weekend rain-free.
Very nice, and right on time. Summer comes in and you get the heat and humidity.
It's all good.
Weekend.
Yep.
All right, JB.
Welcome to summer.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Coming up, an inspiring success story. We'll introduce you to a young man who's found his forever home and show you how to make the dream reality for another waiting child.
Bread week's my week.
That man is a god with bread.
It definitely is getting more intense.
We are running out of time.
I'm nervous.
I have got to kill it tomorrow.
Who's going home this week?
Bread week is coming on the American Baking Competition, CBS Tonight.
Hey, like saving major moolah? You a AAA member? Thought about joining? Well, this is for you. A limited time private event for AAA members. The 5% Price Slicer travel sale. Book and deposit between June 22nd and the 29th and get 5% off select economy vacation packages to deluxe tours and cruises worldwide. The 5% Price Slicer travel sale, June 22nd through the 29th. Some restrictions apply. Ask your AAA travel agent for participating partners and details.
In over 50 years, there's nothing at AMCO we haven't heard.
My car goes
and can't fix. Transmission problems? We'll check it for free.
Hey, it's your buddy Terry for your local AMCO dealers. Call 1-800-GO-AMCO.
AA-MCO.
I'm Dr. Wayne D. Bartola, the Pittsburgh sedation dentist. I've treated thousands of sedated and non-sedated patients over the past 25 years. You don't have to fear going to the dentist. Call now or visit PittsburghSedationDentist.com.
Hurt on the job? Call our law firm now for free workers' comp advice.
When a stroke or injury impacts your life, we're here to help you get it back. With our dedicated team of specialists, personalized treatment plans, the most inventive technologies, and a coordinated approach to recovery, this is more than just rehabilitation. This is a higher level of care. Health South Rehabilitation Hospitals of Pittsburgh.
What's the hottest thing to cool your home this summer? Ductless air conditioning. Just cool the rooms you're using. They're small, quiet, and efficient. Ductless air conditioning at Wade Heating and Cooling, 412-787-1341 or always70wade.com.
Welcome back. Here's a look at some of the stories we're working on for our afternoon and evening newscasts. Coming up today at 4, since 2006, there has been a dramatic drop in the number of human papillomavirus cases among female teenagers. I'll tell you what researchers say is leading to that decrease. And then at 5, more and more people are using their tablets and smartphones to watch video and listen to music. Until now, the sound hasn't been very good unless you use headphones. But Consumer Reports just tested portable wireless speakers that are supposed to help, and we'll tell you which ones are music to their ears. That's today on KDKA TV News at 5. Well, from time to time, we bring you stories of local children looking for a permanent home. And today, you'll meet a young boy who's living the dream with a loving family. Lynn Hayes Freeland has Zach's story.
This is Zach when we first met him last year. Great personality, beautiful smile, but something was missing. Zach wanted a family. This is Zach today with an even bigger smile, spending time with his forever family. Zach's wait is over.
Well, it's hard to get used to saying dad because I never had an actual dad, so it was weird at first.
Now Zach has the whole package: a mom, dad, sister, brother, dog, 2 cats, and even a fish.
We had a lot of fun together.
Yeah, the love, he just loves to be loved.
When we met last year, Zach told me he liked basketball and football. Now he's on the high school teams, and his younger brother and sister come to the games and cheer him on. They say he's had an influence on them too.
He's basically a role model because he always tries to tell you what's right and break up all of our fights. He always has
Good end.
Adding Zach to the Long family has taken some adjusting. After all, Zach is a teenager now, and they can be a challenge. But the rewards for the family and Zach have been priceless. And for many other children still waiting for that perfect family to come along, Zach would only say one thing.
We'll never lose hope.
Zach didn't, and his wait is finally over.
What a great story. That was Lynn Hayes Freeland reporting there. For more information on the children looking for homes, you can call the statewide adoption network at 1-800-585-SWAN or just log on to our website. That's KDKA.com.
That's what that program's all about.
Very
That's a great
good.
story, yeah. And here's what summer's all about. Check this 14-day temperature trend, folks. No joke. We're moving into some hot stuff as we head into the weekend. Temperatures climbing into the 80s, up near 90. In fact, Cam, for the first weekend of summer, Saturday and Sunday, both days right around 88, 89 degrees. With higher levels of humidity, it'd almost be like going home to South Carolina or Tennessee.
I know it.
As we head into this first weekend of summer. It's
Get
only
ready.
appropriate.
Yep, it's coming. All right, JB, thank you. And we thank you for watching, everybody. That is the news for now. Please stay tuned for The Young and the Restless. And for the latest news, traffic, weather, remember, you can always go to our website, KDKA.com. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you back here this afternoon at 4.
Dr. Phil, his daughter's an addict.
She goes into jail.
You bailed her out.
Is he feeding her habit?
Where are you getting the money for drugs?
My dad.
Look him in the eye. Tell him you're buying my drugs.
Today at 3, followed by KDKA TV News at 4.
Southers is a Kia for me.
Summer savings are here. The 2014 Kia Sorento from only $189 a month. Or all new 2014 Kia Forte starting at $119. Every Kia, price to move now.
Southers is a Kia for you.
If you're seriously hurt in an accident, you need a law firm that knows injury law. Experience matters. For over 30 years, we've represented more than 40,000 injured people. We've provided over 350,000 free legal consultations. We've welcomed millions of visitors to edgarsnyder.com for free legal advice. We've collected millions of dollars in verdicts and settlements for our injured clients. So if you're hurt in an accident, trust my law firm to help you. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
Have the home of your dreams, but a deck that's becoming a nightmare? I'm Dave Dixon of Quaker State Construction. We can solve your problem with an extreme deck makeover. Why replace your old deck when you can reface it for half the cost? Enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of a Quaker State deck. Have questions about the new composite deck materials versus traditional wood? We're the experts. Ask Dave at 1-800-262-DECK or go online at QuakerStateConstruction.com and look for our special offers.
When I install a Molyneux floor, it's going to last. Guaranteed.
The same spot.
Did you play Pittsburgh last year?
What a place.
Yeah. Got the best fan base.
Pittsburgh last year was huge. Fox Chapel was fantastic. Fans were great. And Constellation Energy, they've done a great job. That event, it just has a great feel to it.
The Constellation Senior Players brings major star power back to Pittsburgh this summer. Tickets start at $20 at cspgolf.com and select Giant Eagle stores.
Tired of calls, levies, and liens from the IRS or hiring others who don't get the job done? Call Wall & Associates and you'll never talk to the IRS again. We have the professionals who know how to solve tax problems. If you owe money to the IRS, your tax problems are not going away by themselves. Call Wall & Associates right now to speak with a professional tax relief agent.
Call Wall & Associates at the number below to speak to a professional tax relief agent.
Southwest has a Chrysler for me.
Summer savings are here. 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee only $279 a month, or 2014 Jeep Compass Latitude